Hello, everybody, and happy Friday. Woohoo, it's last day of school before the weekend. For today's lesson in social studies, we're going to be kind of taking a pause on examining the Jim Crow South and look at another connected event during the pretty much the same time period of the late 1800s to the early 1900s, really the turn of the century between the 19 to the 1800s. And what this topic is called is nativism. And I know this is kind of a complicated topic, but really what it's about is immigration in the United States and its connection to this view of a white supremacist country that is part of the Jim Crow South. Again, remembering that the Jim Crow South was based on racial segregation, that Black people and white people were separated from each other, and that this separation was enforced by straight up violence and terror, such as lynchings. And this was a view of a white supremacist country, a vision of America that was ruled by white supremacy. And this had another face to it, which was not only being against Black people and people of color that were already here, but being against immigrants who were coming to the United States, where people who felt that that they were already here were against more people from different parts of the world coming to the United States, and they felt that this would change the United States for the worse, that it would kind of make the United States a different place than what the white supremacists wanted it to be. And this is what we're going to examine, as it was a major thing in the early 1900s. But you're going to see in the lesson that the kind of arguments or reasons that white supremacists in the early 1900s, late 1800s used to be against immigrants, to say, like, this is why we're against immigration in 120 something years ago, are pretty much the exact same arguments that people today who are against immigration used to be against immigrants too. It's the exact same arguments, just the groups of which types of immigrants they're talking about has changed. So that's what the major goal for today is to see the connections between white supremacist views of being against immigration in the 1900s and like the early 1900s to 100 something years ago, and how those directly connect and are linked to the immigrant or anti-immigrant arguments that are going on now in the world we live in right here. So I hope this kind of helps to understand why this history of the United States being so against certain immigrants is a thing in the United States linked to white supremacy. There's a connected thing between white supremacy and not wanting certain people to come to the United States. And this is a vision of America that different people have. And of course, this is something that is still a real issue in the world today. And it's linked to white supremacy and something that we have to work against, even though it's over 100 years old. So hope you enjoy the lesson. Happy Friday once again. And make sure you watch all the videos. We're going to be looking at pictures, doing a lot of image analysis. There's no text reading for today. You're going to look at pictures, political cartoons, and break those down. So remember to reach out, ask questions, and have a great weekend. I'll see you next time.